as an entrepreneur, you have to take risks. That's very true. Right from when you resign from your former job to when I took loan facilities from the bank. Even my first camera, actually I had to pay in installments. I had to agree with the who are selling, and I had to pay in installments, and it took quite some time. And even the first computers I bought, actually, do you know, I risked to go all the way to Dubai to buy equipment because I needed a certain computer, and then we didn't have it here. But then, because I was also adventurous, so I started inquiring, where can we get this? So this one you can get in Dubai. And I've never been, I'd only traveled once out of the country. So I actually risked to travel all the way to Dubai. I didn't know the shop, with just a map and directions to where the shop is. Went, bought the equipment, came back, and actually risked because I approached other people who needed to buy equipment. They gave me their money, and I traveled with the money to buy for them the equipment. That way I also saved with my air tickets, because now a few other friends send me for equipment. We have trained close to 1,000 students so far. Okay, so students we take them through. So many of them are also now in doing their business. They are in their ventures. Some of them are working in big companies. So over the years, we've not only just seen students graduate, but we have quite a big number of our alumni doing amazing stuff. The good videos we did, I had so many artists who wanted me to produce for them. Actually, at times I could get booked for almost 1 year. Someone is doing an album now and they're booking me because I was, at that time, doing very good work. So I was booked sometimes even for a whole year. So it was easier entry for us. But again, it wasn't easy, I would say, because we had to do something good, something excellent for people to keep coming. When people see the work on TV, they're like, I want to work with the person who did this. So yes, we may think it was easy, but again, there was some work had to be done behind the scenes to make sure whatever we are putting on TV is good content. When people see it, they come looking for the person who produced that work. I would say change is always uncomfortable, either for you or the people around you. So for me, changing from, especially from hospitality to get now to doing production wasn't easy, especially for my mom, because after paying school fees for college, she was really concerned. Like, you've studied all this time, okay, it was a certificate course, like, you've studied for this, what are you moving to? How sure are we about this camera work you want to do? So it was very tough for me even to convince my mom. I actually had to start it, and she learned later. After seeing what I was doing, she got to appreciate the transition. Actually, she's the one who helped me buy my first camera. She actually had to borrow money from her chama to get me my first camera. I've made so many mistakes. As you go through the journey, you make mistakes. Some of the mistakes that I made is I was very always about buying the next equipment, buying the next big camera. So at some point I was just thinking about gadgets and not thinking about the company, the human resource of the company, the cash flows of the company, because I didn't have any management background. So for me as a creative is trying to see which is the next big camera, which is the next big equipment. So, and through that we got into serious cash flow challenges. You get to a place now, you have the equipment, at times the equipment has broken down, and you realize within 1 year the equipment is actually obsolete. There is a new camera. So we got into serious challenges, especially because at the beginning we didn't have any management background. We got into serious cash flow and debt challenges because of that. So we've made such mistakes, and also not looking at the paperwork part of the company well, registering the company properly from the beginning. So lost some deals and contracts that required proper paperwork, proper auditing. So some of those things I made at the beginning, not running the company professionally well from the beginning, really affected me later. Some of the challenges I go through as an entrepreneur, or we go through as a team, because now we are a big team, is dealing with people. We're in the business of people, and people are not machines that you can drive or you set this way, they go that way. People are different emotions, different backgrounds. One of my biggest breakthrough as I was starting was doing that video, Kuna Dawa video, that became so big that now I wasn't even advertising, because people are looking for the guy who produced Kuna Dawa. So that was quite a breakthrough. And then after that, years after that, when I managed to produce the State House Choir, that was also quite something big, because now I got into that level of doing the corporate level of production and working with the government. And then after that, I did a show that became very big, Central Comedy Show. Right now, you look on YouTube, it has 2 million views. The Central Comedy Show was also, quite big, and also just seeing, all these people and they transition. People like Jimmy Gate, you start with them from a village to where they are known. Working with people like Inakatelo, a boy like Miracle Baby when he came for Central Comedy and auditioned, and now later you see him big. People like Sammy D when he came for as an apprentice, and now he's one of the biggest entrepreneurs, and running a very big company. Steve Hunter. So for me, it's also a series of breakthroughs when I see these guys becoming very big in the industry. One of the things that this venture has taught me is appreciating people and loving people and believing in people, because it took Juguna to believe in me, to nurture me. Then as I work with people, some of them looked very down and nurtured them, and now they are very big people, prominent people. So just appreciating people, not for how they look right now, but for what they can become. Then diligence. There is no substitute for hard work. And for young people, it's very important to know you will not substitute hard work. Even with the apps and softwares that are coming up, there's always a place for hard work. There's always a place for discipline. If you're not disciplined, the future is for the discipline. And again, focus. Once you focus on something, focus on it until it works. The way you can focus the sun rays on one place until there is fire. There are things that will never work until we really focus on it and work on it until it works. If it doesn't work, just know that thing didn't work. It's not because you were lazy. So that's what I would tell the young people. Just learn how to work with people. Be very hardworking, be focused, and also you're able to even appreciate the people around you. And just knowing these people tomorrow will be the people you'll be watching on TV and seeing them doing amazing stuff. This is about the vision of Talanta Institute and why this training. Because I have one of my mentors who taught me what training can do, and even he told me one thing, sounds funny, like even a trained dog can fetch more money than a dog that is not trained. And just to emphasize on the aspect of training, and I thank God what the government now is doing with TVET education, because we're in that space as Talanta, we want to help as many people as possible acquire a skill, because we realize so many people get frustrated when they don't go to university. I didn't manage to go to university, still planning to continue with my education, but if I got frustrated and thought now, there's nothing I can do like this, there wouldn't be Talanta and Prince Media and all that we are doing. So it's to encourage the young people, if you don't make it to university, because only a small percentage, especially in Kenya, who are making it to university, don't give up. Get a skill. Get a college near you that you can get a skill. And even if you don't manage to go to a college, I wasn't trained media in college, get somebody who can mentor you. Pursue that person and start learning. Don't waste time. And don't just say, me, nimejaribu mambo yote. I've tried everything and there is nothing else. Just find something. And whatever you find to do it with all your might. Find somebody who can serve. Tell them, me, I'll carry cameras for you. I'll carry this bag for you. As you do that, you'll learn that skill. So any skill you want to learn, don't say, for me, there is no way out. When a student is ready, the teacher will show up. So be a ready student, because it's a big challenge we have right now with unemployment. Don't just stay there and cry and say, oh, there are no jobs, or I didn't get money to go to college. Find something you can do. Find something even in your community you can help. I started my learning in church through supporting and doing the church TV program. And through that is when now I've grown all the way. So there's always something for somebody who's ready to serve. Because like I said, even as we were waiting on God, do what waiters do. That's why I like my background as a waiter. Serve. As you serve, you'll meet your help as you're serving. And don't just say, I'm not being paid. Just do what you can do even without money. Find a way to serve and help people in something. That way, you'll always find a way out.